The Prajapati created universe again and again. The great sacrifice of creation and destruction of universe is not a new thing. That is why the word again is used. This is a cyclical process, repeating again and again. The cyclical nature is cognized only by a gnani, not not single process, but repeating process, cyclical. Only then the continuity of the universes and the continuity of our knowledge in the our human races as a beginningless, endless process will be cognized. Otherwise, we may think that we are the first people to get all this intellect and we are the all in all, like that. We will become vainglorious and proud if you think like that. The expansion and contraction of the universe, as well as the meta or the intellect that cognizes, this is a continuous process. It exists forever. For those who do tapas to attain great things, we see the fame and economic prosperity and their children thrive well and all that. When such people die, the prana, the virility and the fame also goes out. Once the prana is gone, the body becomes just swollen. Even then the mind tries to remain in the body for some more time. Not forever, it cannot. The mind is the shadow of the body then. Or actually the body is the shadow of the mind. But when a person dies, the mind tries to be the shadow of the body for some more time. Therefore, it is reluctant to go away till the body is destroyed in fire and merge with the five elements. That is why the burial system has occurred. Character of mind is explained in a different manner also. The virility and the body and the fame of his virile acts end with death. But the thoughts and words, the spoken words, written words, all these things outlive the body for several generations. The first word bhan is thus the word derived from the thought of protecting oneself, security of oneself, and all thoughts and words of protection of culture, of the civilization, of knowledge, etc. are left behind even after the death of the body. The body became impure after death, amedhya, but the metha is never amedhya and it is cherished forever. In this sense, the Ashwamedha or the intellect of the sacrifice, intellect of creation is always continuous, never ends. The Digvijaya of the Medha is witnessed in the words of Shankara, Kalidasa, Varahamihira, Vyasa, Sushruta, so many rishis before us. Now in Einstein, Newton, modern times, the intellect of Medha has no death, though the body dies. Then Prajapati decided, let this be my Medhya. With this, let me be with Atman. Since it had expanded Ashwat, it is Ashwa or horse. Therefore, it is called Medhya. This is the Ashwamedhatva of the Ashwamedha. The one who knows this only knows Ashwamedha. The expanded Medha or intellect is needed to understand this. He controls that Medha and does manana, dhyana, and after 1 year he attains the Atman or own Swarupa. He decided each animal as each Devada. He depends on the Prajapatya, which is for increasing each animal's race, not only human race, but each animal's, each plant's race has to continue. The one who is heated, that is tapas, Ashwamedha is for that tapaswin. This again is Arka, Surya. Arka is the one who is always hot, tapas. These universe are Atma. These two Arka and Ashwamedha are that Egadeva called Mrityu. The one who knows this has conquered Mrityu. Mrityu cannot reach you. Mrityu has become his own Atman. He has become one with all the Devata. See, this is the importance of our Medha, the importance of our good acts, etc. Even if our body undergoes Mrityu, our Medha, our words, our deeds become Amrita, Amaratva. The prayer is to make both the body and mind pure and worthy of sacrifice. The dead body is swollen and to be sacrificed to the funeral pyre. But the mind also is swollen, which is expanded with so much of knowledge, jnana, covering the entire universe and even beyond the universe. From the first experience of fear, when born, and made the first sound of bhan, the entire life of study, experience, wisdom, and enjoyment of the world has made the mind expanded to enter into a new life. Even these have to be sacrificed. Even that has to be sacrificed. Therefore, keep them clean without any attachment to the physical pleasures. Body, mind, and intellect have to be pure, worthy of sacrifice. This is called Adhyatma. So, Adhyatma is not just religion, it is to keep oneself very pure, both in mind, thoughts, words, and body, everything. Now take up the entire universes. They are Ashwat since they expand. This expanding universe has to be sacrificed in the contracted universe of Pralaya. Only then a new one is created by the Paramatma. He sacrifices the expanded universe in his Samadhi Chitta, which is concentrated as a single point. Expanded universe contracted to a single point, such as the process done by a yogin of his mental and intellectual world. In this way, a series of Prajapati and series of races of plants and animals continue the creation and sacrifice of themselves. And this eternal process is what you call the Ashwamedha. And it is a type of offering our own Atma Pinda to Mrityu. Expansion, purity is for being worthy of sacrifice. The person who understands Ashwamedha in this way cuts off the bondage of mind, which is having Manana Shila, that is the habit of analysis from the sense organs, and their Vishaya. Sense organs are the log by which Ashwa is bound to Vishaya. This is severed by the meditative mind. For at least 1 year he has to meditate on Samvatsara, which is the time unit or the unit of the Kala, is on Samvatsara. And because, as I already said, the Atma of Ashwa is Samvatsara. This is the Atma Jnana or Atma Dhyana, we can call. By Atma alone is meditated here. Every living thing has a Devata as its Prajapati or generator of race. This Prajapati is the Devata, which is self-illuminant, Prakasha. The difference is only in the degree of luminosity. According to the ratio of light in each type of living things, its mind can reach cognition of certain objects. There is a limit for every race. The one thing which is common for all living things is the process of increasing their progeny by Maithuna. And for this expansion, which also is Ashwatha, they become Prajapati and create their own races. Prajapatya is also a tapas. Before it, one has to do a tapas of Brahmacharya. This creates heat and strength, what you call the Virya. Prajapati after tapas creates his race. After us getting Virya, the time and space are his Atman. For this purpose, the limited time spaces of a samsara life is to be sacrificed in the eternal Samvit Sagara, which is limitless. This is Ashwamedha. So, one who meditates and cognizes that samsara and the Samvit Sagara, two sagaras, and conquers and sacrifices the samsara sagara, has conquered death and become eternal in him, exists the Atma of entire creation as one. This is the Advaita experience. Therefore, he becomes Sarvatman. Thus ends the second Brahmana.